Oh, for goodness sake, that's going to ruin the stream. Well, this is fun. I can't even hear myself think, let alone say anything. There we go. Okay, let's see. Good morning, Kareem. Good to see you, buddy. ATXI, it's on the top of the things, but it's not. I'll put it there for the continuation. What we made money on last week. Yeah, finger motion, saw that. Wasn't overly impressed with the pre-market chart just yet. There we go. It's up at $4, so it's kind of where I need it to be. ATXI, not where I need it to be. It needs to be over $10. If you hear some dodgy construction work in the background that's just interfering with the stream, then I apologise. There's somebody in the building's doing refurbishments and they didn't ask for my permission. Had a fantastic weekend, Alistair. Well, I say fantastic, of course, the football could have been better, but apart from that, yeah, really good weekend. Strange noise, strange noises is, I think it's like 2 floors down, but it's just reverberating through the building. There's some construction work going on, but it's just reverberating through the building, so there's not a lot I can do about it. During the day, they're entitled to refurbish their apartment, I guess. So Peloton's moving as well. ATXI, kind of low volume at the minute, but I'll keep an eye on that. Right now, Livewire, which is probably the top momentum stock, but it's underneath the VWAP. So again, Livewire needs to get over $11 for me. Not huge volume, but relatively speaking, it's decent relative. It looks like it's decent relative volume. So Livewire normally does 600,000 a day. It's already done 600,000 shares traded. So Livewire could be interesting. Not seeing any particular catalyst why it popped up. Yeah, I hope they don't bloody chop my Wi-Fi. They better not chop my Wi-Fi, but I think I'm fairly safe with that. Hey, same thing. I don't even know what the float size is. I've got these share sizes like 200,000, or 200 million, but I don't know how much of that, if that's the entire float or if there's some held back. Recent IPO, so a little bit limited on the information on Livewire today, and not seeing any catalyst. Just be wary. Moivant, MYOV, I've not looked at that one yet. Yeah, don't like the look of that. There's no range in that at all. 8 cents is what it's got there, but why is that moving up? It's just flatlined. It was probably an acquisition or something. Let's have a look. Acquisition. So Marvin climbs 32% after rejection of 2.4 billion buyout. Okay, so they rejected an acquisition, which is why that's up. It just lacks the volume, volatility. Yeah, so we're struggling for, again, this has been the key for the latter part of September. We're struggling for decent movers. Now well, today it's the first trading day of October. We're starting with just over $33,000 in our in equity on our account today. So we've got to be a little bit more selective with our trades, a little bit more disciplined because we've got a smaller account. Quite simply. So September a little bit disappointing for me. We finished. Well, I'll pull up my trader view statistics. Why not? I'll have a quick look at those for September. It's the third worst month of the year. In fact, 55k in gross profits. I'm not grumbling because 55k in a month is bloody good earnings. So I'm not complaining, but it's way off where I need it to be in terms of the overall goal. We did have a cushion coming into September, so we're both on the gross and the net. We finished Friday just barely on the net, ahead of goal for the year. So we're slightly ahead of goal for the year, and the goal is a net goal. It's a 7-figure net goal for the year, and we're just ahead of goal slightly. So we need to continue the momentum for October, November, and December. Tesla's down because the markets are down. Let's have a quick look. Master Money. Tesla. So you see, this is Tesla. Get it on the 15-minute. Gap down overnight and sold off. So let's have a look at the Nasdaq. That is down as well. It's actually up on. It's green at the moment. S&P 500 after breaking 2-year lows. The Nasdaq, the lowest since 2020. Since 2020 is the Nasdaq. So that would have been when we crashed due to COVID. That's when it was this low. So 2-year low for the Nasdaq. We reached them overnight. Well, this morning actually, not even overnight. We reached them this morning. We got a low of on the Qs 265.20. So yeah, it's a lot will be down. Now Tesla, on the other hand, it's down in relation to the market, but it's not bouncing in the same way. We're getting a bit of a double bottom here for Tesla, so maybe we'll get a bit of a recovery coming up. But it's not recovering the same way. It's not bouncing the same way as the market is. And let's see what happens. So Dow Jones trying to bounce off those lows. We've got SPY, Nasdaq trying to bounce. The Russell index trying to bounce off. We didn't break lows on the Russell, but pretty much everything else. The Russell, we broke lows on Thursday instead. But let's just have a quick look at Tesla, if there's any catalysts that are actually stopping it from doing what the market's doing. I'll put that back on the 1 minute. So it's nearly 5% down on the day. There you go. So this morning, Tesla shares are trading lower after the company reported Q3 vehicle deliveries below expectations. So delivery miss. That's this morning. Tesla delivery miss. Quite a few news articles about Tesla. So Tesla said to offer 3 times pay at Giga Shanghai during week-long holiday. That's one. Is Tesla making a mistake building Optimus to resemble a human? Yeah, well. Yeah, so delivery miss is what's driving Tesla stock down overall. There's a couple of other things. Let's have a look at some of the big S&P 500 stocks. Amazon got green on the day, so following the same pattern as the S&P 500. They're pretty much the same chart with Microsoft. AMD lower price, but same pattern. So yeah, the overall market is after breaking, it's bouncing on the lows, and then looks like it's trying to rally at the moment. So $2 up on the SPY, $2.50. Let me know your thoughts, guys. What are you watching this morning? I'm not seeing anything worth trading yet. There's a couple of things that you know I've taken a look at, but there's nothing worth trading as yet. Finger motion is probably the best of a bad bunch. It's above the VWAP. It's upwards trending. It's up at 417s, but there's no volatility there. There's not a lot of volume at the moment, and there's no volatility. So just be careful. Well, looks like it's going to be a quiet day today. Let me know if there's something that you want to see. Let me know if you're watching on Twitch. Let me know if you're watching on ShareVision. Any IPOs today? I don't think there's any IPOs today. I think we've got Thursday is the next IPO, or Friday maybe. Thursday, I think it is. Yeah, ALP, Alapex. Let me know what you're watching, guys. Is there anything that you are watching? That's a good question, because I'm not seeing anything. Palantir? I'll take a look at Palantir for you. No problem at all. Livewire. I've been looking at Livewire. It was the first one I looked at this morning. It's below the VWAP. It popped up there, kind of first thing, but it's come back down again. It's under $10, below the VWAP. So the volume isn't great at the moment either with Livewire. So just bear that in mind. Palantir, let's have a look at Palantir. So Palantir, not great volume just yet, but it is moving upwards. Seems to be moving up in a similar direction to the S&P 500. Yeah, very similar pattern, but slightly lower on the break even. Palantir 825 at the moment. Low volume. Yeah, Myovant, I looked at that earlier as well. And again, not great volume at the moment. It's upwards trending. It's above the VWAP. The range isn't great. So there's not a lot of volatility there. I suppose if the volume comes in, we might get a bit of volatility, but we need the volume for that. Now, it was an acquisition offer. I think they rejected it. Oh no, they've not rejected it. They just received the offer. So 22.75 is the acquisition offer. So will it go much higher than where it is right now? It's $1 higher than the offer. So 23.60. So I'm not convinced it will, but let's find out. Keep it on watch. If it starts to move, it'll hit the scanners. It'll hit the momentum scanners. We're just not seeing anything hitting the scanners just yet. But yeah. I don't think there's actually, I think there is. Yeah, let me have a quick look. Emergency Fed meeting is at 11:30 market time. It's a closed door meeting, so we might not actually get the results of that come out. So that's going to be 11:30 market time. Two hours into the market. But wait, what are we going to do? Watch and learn, I guess. Watch this space. We won't be able to stream that because it's behind closed doors, that emergency meeting. But I think the way globally where the markets have sold off this last week, something needs to be done. I think there's a lot of people in power that haven't a clue what they're doing. Personally, I think we could probably, between us, we could probably, knock up some fiscal policy that would work a damn sight better than what Powell and his cronies are doing. Certainly a lot better than what bloody Truss and her cronies are doing. Oh, how to crash the economy. You know what? What's kind of amusing is that she took over as Prime Minister. 2 days later, the Queen died. So then we had this moratorium period without any parliament or anything else. So she'd actually been in power, relatively speaking, working as the Prime Minister for less than a week until she crashed the UK economy. So shows how efficient she is. I suppose that's one thing she's got going for her. She's efficient. She take less than a week to crash the UK economy and tank the pound against the dollar. Morning, Captain. I hope you're up for a good week of trading. It looks like it could be a volatile week. We broke 2-year lows on the Nasdaq earlier this morning. We broke lows on the S&P 500 again. We break lows on the broke lows on the Dow Jones Industrial. I think only the Russell index didn't break lows this morning. Out of all the indexes that I follow on the US markets, on the New York Stock Exchange, the only one that didn't break lows is the Russell, which is, I suppose that's a good thing given that the majority of what I trade is low float, low cap stocks. The VIX is down as well, so low volatility at the moment. Guys, it's October already, first trading day of October. Have you signed up for the World Series of Day Trading? So the World Series of Day, in case you didn't know, the World Series of Day Trading it takes place from the 18th to the 25th of October. It's free to enter. There's over $50,000 worth of prizes available, and top 100 traders, and there will be thousands of traders taking part, but the top 100 will receive a prize, are in the prize pool. If you've not registered, check the links in the comment section. Check the links in the description on YouTube, or check the first link in my link tree on TikTok. Just check it out. Go and sign up, get yourself registered, and we'll all have a week of competitive trading in the World Series of Day Trading. So if you've never day traded, if it's just something that's interesting you, you've never actually done any day trading, this could be a good opportunity. They'll provide you with the platform. They'll give you it's a simulated account, it's a paper trading account, live data, and they'll provide you with all of that. It's free to enter. You try it out. The rules are that you get $240,000 of paper money to trade, 7 days to trade it. You must trade actively across 4 of the 7 days, and you can reach a maximum drawdown of $10,000. So what that means is you will be eliminated. Starting balance will be $240,000. If your balance reaches $230,000, you will be eliminated from the competition. It's pretty much that simple. No, I think some people I'd be surprised about that, Bob, because I know that it depends. I suppose it depends whereabouts in the US you are, because I know some people in the US are trading, will be competing. In fact, there's someone I know has his own team. So I hope I have an excellent day as well, Bob, as well, by the way. So thanks for that. I know I'd rather be in Dubai at that time though, Alistair. It's bloody hell. Do you actually... You just moved into a new home. Do you actually have any plans of actually sleeping there at all? You know, over the last, I think you've been away more than a Ryanair pilot over the last 3 months. But hey, look, what's the point in working for yourself if you can't spend time to travel and enjoy life? Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on what happens in the emergency Fed meeting. As I say, it's a behind closed door meeting, so we won't be able to stream it live. But we'll keep an eye on it. I'm just going to watch for any kind of spikes or multiple spikes on the signals that you can't see on the scanners there, but I've got the signals ticker open as well. I've got the rolling news, so I'm just kind of watching for anything that potentially could, you know, spark a bit of volatility into the market. Half-term week, yeah. No, shouldn't. Forgot about that. Yeah. Hey, look, it is what it is. So it's at the moment it's another quiet day. Here we go. We're getting a few spikes. FNHC. This is a penny stock, but it's spiking up. So I'll let you have a look at it. I won't be trading it. So this is FedNat Holdings. It's moved from 15 cents up to 30 cents. So that's a 100% move up there, right there and then. Started the day kind of 11.5 cents. So this is now 162% up on the day. Oh, not looked at the catalyst. It's the reason I've not looked at the catalyst. If you want me to take a look at the catalyst, I can do, but it's not something I will be trading. It's below my floor. I won't get any leverage on it anyway, but not that you need it at this level. But it's below the floor I trade. I don't trade these literal penny stocks. But it seems to have a bit of strength. A couple of good potential entries there as well. So we had this first move up and the pullback. 21 would have been a reasonable entry. Next move up, pullback. 28 could have been a decent entry. Next move up, pullback. So break of 30, break of the whole dollar of 30. Sorry, break of the whole cent of 30. 10-cent level. And that's gone up to 37 cents. So it's big moves. 200% up on the day. If you like these low price stocks. You won't see it on my scanners because I have everything below $2 filtered out. That's just my part of my strategy, but it is breaking highs again. So I just changed the charts, the small charts on the YouTube channel, the Twitch channel. I've just changed those over for just keep it interesting. If you want to see something on one of those charts on YouTube, let me know, and I'll put if there's a stock what we would like to watch, I can put it on one of the smaller charts if it's not something we're watching on the larger charts. So if you tell you what, it's looking dire again, Matt. Looking very, very pedestrian. Just no volume. Lack of volume again. We've got this emergency Fed meeting at 11:30. Maybe a lot of traders are just kind of holding off for the outcome of that. Let's see if Agilent gets a boost on that news release. No. Agilent, nobody trading it. And what I'll do is, as I get a news release, I'm going to, well, if there's nothing else to watch, I'm going to flip through the news releases as they are released. See if we get any movement from this. Any volume increase if the market reacts to any of these news catalysts that come through. Artworks. It's just a pedestrian market at the moment. Well, it won't be volatility halt, Kareem, because you don't get volatility halts out of hours. So it's probably a news pending. Are you sure it's halted? I'm not seeing a halt. Just clean. It's not halted on my chart. It's just nobody trading it. No movement because there's nobody trading it. It doesn't seem halted. No problem at all, Matt. Getting used to a new platform it can be tiresome. My advice is don't trade on your live account until you've got the nuances. Well, I'm not seeing it on Benzinga. I'm not seeing it on my montage that it's halted. I'm actually seeing movement on the ticker. I'm seeing movement on the time and sales ticker and on the level 2. So it's clearly not halted. Morning, Steve. I mean, it is moving down, but it's 120 right now, but it's not halted. Which platform are you using, Matt? Just out of interest. In fact, that's a good question. For those of you in the chat that are traders, whether it's on paper money or whether it's a live account or whatever the situation may be, let me know what is your platform of choice. As you know, if you're regular to the stream, I use Dash Trader, whether it's the OEM version or whether it's the Dash Trader directly from Trading with Interactive or whatever the scenario may be. I use Dash Trader Pro. That's my platform of choice, my preferred platform. I do like Sterling Trader as well. I also like TC2000. Those are the probably 3 in my order of preference. TWS from Interactive Brokers is okay, but I'd rather not trade with that. MetaTrader in any way, shape or form, I won't trade with that. It's built for Forex and isn't really ideally suited. I don't believe it's ideally suited for equities. Let me know, what is your preference for platform to trade on? Might get some ideas. And if there's a specific reason why you like it so much, let me know. I might check it out. I've got to check out. That reminds me. I've got to check out Ninja Trader. I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and I need to do it. I'll do that this week. I'll download the Ninja Trader and give it a whirl. I don't see any kind of activity on clean at the moment, Kareem. Dead cat bounce or whatever. I'm just seeing right now. There's nobody trading it. It's just no volatility at all. So let's go back to what's moving. Not a lot. Oh, you can be quiet. You Pro moving up. Interesting. 3%, small volume, not huge moves, but it's moving up. S&P 500 spiking up as well. Which package do I have on DAS? Well, I'm using the OEM version from, at the moment, I'm using the OEM version from CMEG, which is actually, what's it called? Traders Elite Pro, but it's actually DAS Trader. It's the same thing. It's just badged for CMEG, that's all. What I would recommend with DAS is that you take the total view package. If you're going through DAS, take the total view package. It'll give you the NYSE, the Nasdaq, and the show the markets that you need for these low float stocks. It gives you the full order book. I can get you a discount on that if you wanted to get the simulator package from DAS. I can get you a discount on that as well. If you go with that through Interactive Brokers, you just take the total view package. It's gives you all the data that you need. Yeah, afternoon to you as well. Right. Okay. Well, let me just go to the Dash Trader website. Not been on there for a while. Dash Inc. That's the one, isn't it? Yeah. Now, which package would I recommend? So if you go into, if we're talking about the real-time simulator, I'm assuming, because if you've got the interactive brokers or TD Ameritrade, I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about the simulator package, TG, T Girls or what, 92. If you're talking about the simulator package for practicing and what I would do is I'll just load through this right now. And as a non-professional, your plan should be what is $150. It should be. Where is it? Deluxe user. You can go for the elite or premium elite if you want, but I'd say that the minimum that you'll need is the deluxe user. Now, day trade with Tony students can get that as a for paper trading for the price of the standard user. But you can, I would say the deluxe user or better is what you should go for the Dash Trader, because that's going to give you the level 2. It's going to give you the Nasdaq order book, the NYSE order book. That's really what you're looking for. Anything less than that, you're not going to get level 2, and anything more than that, it's just personal preference. Yeah, I think MACD, RSI, Bollinger Bands, they're good to use for swing trading. Because a good time to swing trade is when you're getting on the daily, in particular, if you're getting the look of exhaustion or extension, and then you're looking for a reversal. That's good for me. Yeah, if you swing trading, I mean, you can look for pattern setups on the intraday, but you're not going to be, if you're swing trading, you're not going to be bothered about the 1, 5, 10 minute charts or anything like that. You're really going to be looking at hourly or above. So hourly charts or daily charts, weekly charts even, but it's mostly the daily for swing trading. So I don't trade the OTC markets, T-girls. So I look for the OTC markets, and effectively it's the penny stocks that you're talking about. So I would recommend the total view, which gives you the. Hang on a minute. Color moving up as well. Yeah, no. Not really. There's no volume there. Not enough volume, at least. But we'll keep looking. We'll keep looking. Lays, we traded it just sold off. We got the bounce on Friday. We got 3,000 out of it on the bounce on Friday with Laser Photonics. But it's just sold off pretty much from its open on Friday at what, 10:30 or whatever it was, 10:20, 10:30. And when we traded it moved up on the open, then sold off into a halt downwards. It resumed, had a little bit of a bounce, then moved back down, and then I got in for the move back up for the bounce up towards $4. I tried to get in on the break of $4 a little bit later, which I did. Bought at $4, and it moved up to about 420. So I got a 20-cent move out of it, but it just wasn't. It wasn't conducive. It wasn't going to break the VWAP at all. It was just not looking very strong. So I stopped trading it and went back to ATXI and ATXI later in the day on Friday was great. Well, that's a good start to the day, that one, Trump. 300 a day. Well, look at it, that's 1,500 a week. 6 grand a month. Good earnings, that. So right now I'm not seeing anything. If anyone's seeing something moving or is spotting something that I'm not seeing, just let me know. We'll pull it up on the charts. We'll discuss it. What are we like on the like? What are we on the like count right now? Let's have a quick look. Well, we've got, you know, a couple of dozen people on YouTube. Do me a favor, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, just hit the thumbs up button. It really does help with the algorithm. The more people like or interact with the stream, the more people it pushes it out to and suggests it to. So and the busier we can get the chat going. So just do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. I really appreciate that. So likewise with the old tickety talk, let's get the screen taps. I don't know what we're at the moment in terms of likes on the screen. You tell me. I can't see it on this new TikTok studio. It doesn't give me the like count. So someone will have to be my designated like counter. And once we get to 3,000 likes on TikTok, I'll feed this hairy beast a little duck treat. Let me know, what's the current like count? Let's see.
You're telling me that Germany isn't where we...
We're only 1,000.
Something that I think.
So we've got 2,000 more to get. It's a slow day. Music seems to have disappeared, so let's give it another push. Another push. to go before that happens, though. Probably middle of next year at a push. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop the trading. That I will be trading from there, and the likelihood is that I will continue with the streaming. I actually enjoy the streams, so yeah, it's good company whilst I'm trading. So good fun. Why not? Apron is back above the VWAP, blue apron. Finger is testing the VWAP to the downside. It's kind of finding a bit of support down at 405. Yeah. Will we get a bounce today on the markets? The SPY seems to be bouncing right now, but will we continue? Will that continue? So this is the ETF for the small cap, so it's a bit like the IWM, a bit like the Russell Index, but small cap bull shares, and it's an ETF moving up. So the small caps are moving up, looks like. The last time I was in the Bahamas, it was a couple of years ago actually. So I was in Nassau and it started raining. And I'm like, just in typical, you come all the way from Ireland to the Bahamas and it starts raining. To get away from you get away from the weather. And the guy that was kind of welcoming us, and I take this everywhere now, I've stolen it. It's in his West Indian accent, he's like, "Nah, man, it doesn't rain in the Bahamas. We only get liquid sunshine." I'm like, "What? Liquid sunshine?" But that's just the outlook they have over there. It's so relaxed. I do like the Bahamas. Here's an interesting fact for you. The interesting fact in the Bahamas is that the biggest killer in the Bahamas is coconuts. More people die in the Bahamas from falling coconuts than any other cause, apparently. Okay. Sensei Biotherapeutics just got an upgrade. Didn't impact the movement on the market though. I'll take a look, shall I? For you, Tamimi? Right, okay. So this looks to me like some kind of acquisition, maybe. Let me just have a quick look. Logic Biotherapeutics. So why is Logic Biotherapeutics soaring today? Because it's been acquired by AstraZeneca for $2.07 a share. There's your answer, Tamimi. Logic Biotherapeutics is being acquired by AstraZeneca for $2.07 a share. So that's why it's up there at the moment and not moving. Yeah. So this is another ETF, UPRO ETF, Pro Shares ETF. So I don't trade the ETFs or any kind of derivative for that matter. The futures are a derivative. That's why I don't trade the futures. ETFs are derivatives, so I don't trade them either. So I try to trade the actual instrument that makes up the derivatives. Well, the market makers won't move the price if they've got buyers that are, you know, if they've got an agreed buy order from AstraZeneca for $2.07. It's not going to go higher than that, because all the shares are going to be bought at that price. So if you're trying to buy shares, that it's unlikely to make a move. It's if you're trying to sell them, you're just going to maximum you're going to get it's like $2.07. I'll have to check that out, Scalper. I've never been to Exuma. I do like the Bahamas. I like the mentality there. There's certain places across the Caribbean or Caribbean, if you're American, but Caribbean is what I would like to say. The mentality is great. Very warm, welcoming. There's an edge to it, granted, but whereas if you go east, you tend to get the warm and welcoming, you know, friendly, helpful mentality without the edge. Well, that's just my experience. The range on UPRO is, it's only what the average true range is just at what, 3.5 cents. So it does lack that volatility. What else is moving? Anything? Beulah? Anybody? Beulah? Wyatt. TXI trying to move up, but it's on low volume. You can't trade this on this kind of volume. Apple may breaking highs. If you're long on Apple, as I am, you do like to see it breaking highs. But I prefer to see it breaking highs up at kind of 170 rather than, you know, 130. My own opinion, not financial advice, but Apple's a good buy right now. It's a good discount buy. I believe, at least, anyway. I know there's a lot of people still a bit coy on Apple with the latest setbacks. Yeah, that's the same everywhere there, Scalper, and that's something I'm kind of conscious of as I'm planning my move. Is I want fiber to the door. If I can't get fiber to the door, then I'm not taking the place. It's that simple. I can't trade without fiber. I mean, I suppose I could get satellite, but the latency on satellite's a little bit touch and go. Better than it used to be. My event spiking up again. My event spiked up to 24 before it was rejected again. You just can't trade it on like 7,000 shares a minute. It's just not reliable. And the range is not bad. You're looking close to 13 cents on the ATR, so you can get a nice move, but just see, before this breakout, a little dip before this breakout, there's just nobody trading it. We've got 35 minutes to the bell. Another day. Patience is going to be worth its weight in gold, guys. Oh, cheers. I've not had my hair cut, Ryan, but thanks anyway. This is the question. What are you watching at the Open? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, I'm hoping we'll get some decent 9am news. Let's have a look at Tough Built. They've just launched a whole bunch of striking tools, haven't they? Yeah, not looking great right now. Had some good run-ups when in July with Tough Built. Been selling off since. How did I finish up on Friday? That's a good question. It was a good day on Friday. I think we was at 13,000 green on Friday. We had a swing. We got a nice move up with Ryan. If you want, you can go and check out the trade recap video from Friday. Yeah, 13,000. We traded ATXI and we traded what Tamimi's watching, which is Lay's. It was the Friday's IPO. This is Lay's. Needs to get over $3 for me to be interested in it, but I would say it needs to get over $3 for full stop. It needs to make a bit of a comeback today, does Lay's. Yeah, most days I'll put up unless I'm really exhausted, and sometimes that does happen, I'll put a trade recap video up every day and just a summary of where I finished, and kind of a review of the trades. If it's worthwhile, if I can edit them into a point where it's time efficient, I'll put a replay of the trades. Otherwise, I'll just talk through them. So I think there's a replay of the trades from Friday as well. So it's like 10-15 minutes worth of replays, edited of course, because for time, so that you're not just sat there watching, waiting for some action to move like I was. Hey, how's India at the moment, Harry? Good to see you. Yeah. Yes, Tick. The sleeping chow. Kind of nothing moving right now. Yeah, we had a 17k swing on ATXI. On YouTube, user, if you go into if you head into my profile, you hit the Instagram signal, that will take you. You can also get through to my YouTube there as well. I'll go to my link tree, and all my socials are at the top of that, including my YouTube. Go and do it. Go and subscribe to the channel, and you'll get notified when I post those replays. Well, you get notified when I'm going live as well. So I know TikTok can be a bit flaky if you subscribe to somebody and or you're following somebody, It's a bit flaky whether it tells you if they've gone live or not. So, but YouTube, I always get notifications on everybody that I'm following, and yeah, go and subscribe. You see more on YouTube as well. So in terms of the replays, you get to see a lot more than you do on TikTok. Yeah, we finished on September. So, like I said, we didn't trade the whole of September, but we finished September growth. We were 55,000 growths in terms of profit. I was able to withdraw. It was just under 50. It was like 48,000 in net profit, but I was able to withdraw 50,000 on Friday, and waiting for that to clear. Should be tomorrow. I'll get notification, and then they'll process it. It takes a while. It sometimes takes it can take up to like 10 days to actually land in your account. But more, to be fair, when you're withdrawing from CMEG, they usually do it fairly quickly. It takes about 2 or 3 days before they process it. And once it's processed, depending on your bank and the process, it normally comes through about 2 or 3 days later. The longest it's taken me to get paid from CMEG is about 14 days, but just over 2 weeks. I'm not quite sure I can decipher that question, but I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm assuming that how much money did I start at the beginning? Well, I started with accounts ranging between $5,000 and $10,000 to start off with, and I blew up my account 3 times in the first 6 months. I would say 6-7 months. And that's just my personality. I'm quite an aggressive trader, so if you haven't got the strategy down pat and your discipline isn't on, all that kind of stuff, then you're kind of asking for trouble. Now I'm still an aggressive trader, but I'm a little bit better in terms of sticking to my strategy. I don't always do it, but I'm a little bit better sticking to my strategy and managing risk than I was back then. So I don't tend to blow up my account like I did then. So I lost quite a lot of money to start off with. More than made that back since. It took me about 6-7 months before I started to make profits consistently. And if you're thinking of starting trading and as an income source, or it's something that interests you, it's probably going to take a good few months practicing in simulators, a good few months before you get it on pat and you're able to have consistent profitability. Then, or only then, move into a live account, a small live account. Start small, because one of the key differences between trading in a simulator and trading in a live account is the emotional element of having real money on the line. And if you can then master controlling your emotions from that point of view, gradually scale up, and you can still consistently profitable, you gradually scale up over time. Don't just jump in and think, okay, well, I've seen Tony make $13,000 in a day, I'm going to do that. My results are not normal. My results are far and away better than your average trade. Most traders lose money long term and are never profitable. So just bear that in mind. You need to learn how to trade. It's a profession like anybody else. You wouldn't get a average Joe off the street to come in and fix your leaking tap. You'd call a qualified plumber that served his time. It's no different to that. It's a trade. It's a profession like every other. You need to learn the trade. You need the right tools for the trade, and you need the right education for the trade, and it takes time. And not everybody can do it. Not everybody is predisposed to be able to do it. Some people are risk averse. Some people are just more likely to panic than others when a trade goes against them as well. So not everybody is hardwired to be able to be a trader. Can they learn how? Absolutely. Can they do it in real life? I would say not everybody can. No, today I'm starting with just over 33,500 today. TikTok. So I'm well on track for a 7-figure year. Well, I'm actually ahead of goal for a 7-figure net trading year. So that's where I'm at the moment. And the reason, one of the reasons I withdraw, I start every month with, give or take, $30,000. That's kind of the benchmark that I set myself. So $30,000. If I've got, I'll withdraw a round number. So this this weekend just gone, I withdrew 50,000, and that has left me with 33,600 in my account. So that's what I'll be starting this month with, and hopefully we can build on that. That's the whole point. Start small and grow into it. The whole economies of scale don't work with the small cap stocks. So it depends on the stock, Glenn. You know, different stocks have different spreads. Different stocks have different volatility. So every stock's different. Every trade's different. You can't really put a number to it. If you're saying, okay, what's the spread going to be on Lays? Right now, the spread's what, 4 cents between the bid and the ask. If I go to ATXI, for example, the spread on this is 9 cents between the bid and the ask. You tend to find that the spreads will, in rule of thumb, the spreads will tend to be a little bit wider in pre-market and post-market because of the lower liquidity. If there's less liquidity, then you get a wider spread. I'm okay, Super Chip. Yeah, I start each month with approximately 30,000 tick. So, and I say the reason for that, I withdraw and then I redistribute those gains. If I make profits on a month, I withdraw the profits and then start again with the same amount. Because it's another area of what I consider a risk management. So if I withdraw the gains on a month, then I'm not risking losing that if I trade like a complete numpty, which I'm from time to time known to do. Well, you're always welcome, Eddie. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe and the notification bell if you want to be notified when I post a video or even when I go live. So yeah. But make sure you do hit that thumbs up button. Yes, I am in Ireland. I'm based in Dublin, Eddie. I'm watching Blue Apron. It's top of the, but it's not doing anything. Wicklow's a nice part of the country, except in winter. Infrastructure's absolutely tosh. We're up in the mountains. Get the snow on the hills. I wouldn't say I frequently trade options. I'm a day trader. I'm a low float, low cap pattern breakout day trader. So if you want a comprehensive description of me and my strategy, I do trade options. Well, I tend to trade options more as a swing trader, and I will trade options. What I tend to do with options is I will use options to get additional leverage to trade higher cap stocks. So if I'm going to swing trade a Tesla or a Microsoft or a higher Amazon before the split even, then I will use options to do that. But from an intraday point of view, I just trade the equity itself. I remember that hill up to towards between Leopardstown and Sandyford. It was snowing and I was working for Dell. So this is going back about 12 years or so. I was working for Dell and they'd not gritted. The snow was being blown off the hill onto the. It was starting to snow onto the M50, which is the motorway, the expressway, or whatever you want to call it. So Dublin Traffic Management, there's an oxymoron for you. Dublin Traffic Management decided to close that section of the motorway while they gritted it, so that people could, be safe whilst that area of the motorway was getting snow blown off the hill. Of course, it was already snowing, so in the time it took for them to grit it, the snow would come down and the roads had ice and nobody could move. So they've got one section where they gritted it and it was salted and everything else, but the people on the hill couldn't get up the hill because it was all ice. And that's Dublin Traffic Management for you. Bunch of idiots. Although saying that, this is a strange country. Is Ireland? It's the only country in the world that I'm aware of where you can go and sit your driving test as a learner, drive to the test centre, sit the test, fail it miserably, so much so that you could be considered a danger to be on the road, and then get back in your car and drive it home afterwards. They're like, no. Everywhere else, the instructor wouldn't let you get back in the car if you failed it miserably. If you failed your test, you're not, in theory, you're not allowed to drive it home unaccompanied. It might have just recently changed that here in Ireland, but up until recently. No, we're still not. That was a bit of a move. Low volume though. So ATXI has moved 8% on 53,000 shares. How can you trade that? You can't. So this is an acquisition. This is what's known as barcoding, by the way. So as you can see, the description is quite apt. It's called barcoding. I think it's AstraZeneca is to acquire them for $2.07. No, it's another day for sitting on your hands at the moment, Alistair, so you're not missing anything. Yeah, sometimes if you find the volatility in that first 5-10 minutes of the bell, after the bell, because of the influx of volume, if you find that's a little bit too much for you as a new trader, as a beginner trader, don't trade it. Don't trade it. Just stay away and watch the action. Wait for the opening ranges to form, whether it be a 5-minute or a 10-minute range. The volatility around the bell it can be extremely difficult to be profitable if you're unsure about how to trade the movement around the bells. Very often you look for the patterns, of course, but very often you have to have a higher risk tolerance because there's going to be fake outs and stuff. I tend to lose a lot more around the bell than I would any other time of the day. And I also make a lot more about that time as well, just purely because of the volatility. Well, you're not missing anything, Alistair, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Not yet, at least. No, I'm not seeing anything to trade just yet. A couple of movers. Normally if I'm looking for a gap, one of the first things I look for, and what tends to be one of the more successful strategies for me, is gap and go. In the current market, it's probably not as prevalent. That's in a hot market, you've got gap and go candidates every single day. We had one last week, I think it was on Tuesday, ATXI. Other than that, it's not been as prevalent over the last, I would say the last probably 3 or 4 months in particular, for gap and go. So what my watch list is usually, at this time of day, my watch list usually consists of candidates for the gap and go strategy. So at the bell, what's moved up that's still looking bullish, that's going to move up, break new highs, break pre-market highs, and go on and give me a good range to take profit from. It's not been as prevalent. We've not been seeing as many stocks do that of late. So I've been relying very much on momentum strategy instead, which is stocks that move up intraday, maybe even going red to green. They're down at the bell, and then they'll make a move upwards and turn red to green. Been more reliant on momentum strategy than I have on the gap and go of late. I do like the gap and go because usually with the gap and go, if you get one, it can go parabolic after the bell. But the problem with the momentum strategy, with certainly of late, is we don't get those many parabolic movers that way. It's the parabolic movers that really make us the money. But the thing is, even with the parabolic movers, you're still looking for the right setup. Even if it's moving up, if it's not got the volume, you can't really trade it. We've seen some big, really big movers, just didn't have the volume. I mean, I could name a few of them. The likes of HKD was one. AMV was another one. Just moved up, but without volume, so you couldn't rely on it. And again, if you're getting stocks that are being well traded, but there's no volatility, they're not moving that well, or they're not moving that quickly, it's just gradual incremental movements. They might be great for a swing trade, but really not good for day trading, intraday trading. Certainly not the way I trade anyway, because you're going to have to sit all day at your screen just to watch it and trade it on the way up or whatever. We're going to move with ATXI, Avenue Therapeutics, trying to get up towards $11 now. We're getting a bit of volume coming in on this candle. So that candle, 38,000 on that candle. Nice. Will we continue? Nine minutes to the bell. I'm just going to get them. Let's see if we can't get into the break of 11:20. Remember, this sat at 11. There we go. We'll take a position there. 7-cent spreads, so I'm looking for 11.50. There we go. Oh, it didn't get filled. Ah. There we go, got filled. So $775. That was a nice little quick pot, nice cushion. Happy days. That was a quick $775 to start the day. Ideally, today's goal is $3,000. 10% equity. My average goal is $5,000. I've not tried it yet, Glenn. I think that's the Capital platform was really designed more for the standard package. It's not a direct market access platform. It's more for the ones that are looking for the free commissions. I've heard some good things on it. I've just not tried it yet. Oh, I could have held that. Now I've got to wait. I've got to wait for a. Oh. That's a nice. Scalp that. There you go. $2,225 in 3 minutes work. Happy days. Just quick scalp. 2,500 share scalp. I could have got more than that if I'd have been a bit more aggressive, but I could have lost some as well. Just wait for an entry, break of $14. Or pull back. Current high 91. Getting a bit of resistance there. 1450 is what we're looking for. There we go. That was a bit crap. Bit of a crap fill. 2,700. I got in. What did I get in there? 99. Looking for the break of 15. That's not good. Continuation. That will be 1450. Hey Miami, how you doing? Afternoon, Tommy. Well, I don't know what you mean by that, Apuno. I'm a poor retail trader myself. Looking for the break of the $0.50. Nice flag set up here. Two minutes to the bell. Yeah, so we just broke highs of the year on that move up. Still looking for 1450. Well, I'm looking. This is potentially a gap and go candidate, which is what I'm looking for. On that move up, there was no real consolidation. We're getting our first 5-minute red candle. Waiting for the VWAP to catch up, so I'm prepared to hold this into the open. We've got 15 seconds anyway to the open, so I'm definitely holding it to the open. I'm just going to put a 30-cent stop to prevent a flush. Looking for the break of 1450. Got 30-cent spreads right now, which I'm not too happy about. Ah, yeah. I can just ruin me. Took 1,000 off me, did that. There we go. Yeah. I'll move this stop up there to break even. Ish. I've got 2,800 in the bank. So I've not really made anything since the bell. We got stopped out there. So that's pretty much where I was as we came into the bell. Should have been about 6 grand up on that, but like, look, it is what it is. was just that poor. I got a really just not quick to the triggers. It was volatile. I got the bottom end of the move, and what did I get? 14.34, and I should have got close to 15. I tried to take profit at 15. I got filled at 4. Ended up 14.34. So like it's one of those things. So hey, look, 2,700 to start the day. I can't grumble at that. I'll change the scanners over. Can somebody tell me how many likes we've got on the TikTok stream, please? Does the dog deserve a treat? $3.8. Okay. There we go. We've got these new bag of lights. New bag of lights for you. New bag of fruits for you. Okay, let's get it nice. You've got to stand up for it. There we go. Good girl. All right, come on. Take it away. You can have another one at 5,000 if we get that far. It's only 1,200 more. So finger motion. Let's have a look at finger motion. That's moving up nicely. Alt level 492. I have this candle 88, so looking at 490, possibly into a halt. 497 is the halt level. Looking for 490 on finger motion. Potential 10-cent move up to $5. Yeah, I was Rotter. I was trading ATXI, so breaking even on ATXI across the trades that I took. Really, lost 1,000, gained 1,000. So yeah, my own fault. Got in for the break at 490. Let's see if we can't break $5. Looking for $5. Get the whole dollar. Testing it. Oh, it's 480. Getting decent volume on this as well, so hopefully we'll get the $5 break. Low on that previous candle is 480, so I'll just put the stop in there, get the $5 break. I'll get rid of that. I don't mind this pullback, just needs to hold above 480. I've got a stop in at 480, so if it pulls back, I'm only just effectively giving it 11 cents. The break of $5 and the move up. There we go. New highs. There we go. It's another $800 there, and I'm going to put a 20-cent trailing stop in there before it halts. Now this is going to halt. Yeah, there you go. 9:38. So that should resume on 9:43 and 25 seconds. So we've got 5 minutes for that halt. I've got 2,500 shares still in that, and it's looking like it's going to gap up based on what I'm seeing on the level 2. We're at 530 right now. The bid's at 548. So yeah, we should get a gap up, a nice gap up there. I can then be able to scale into this, but I'll take a buy or break and we'll come back. So we're in a profitable trade again. So that's 2 profitable trades in a row. Nice. TXI breaking highs again. So that pulled back, and now if it can break $15, I could be interested in that, trading that again. I'll wait. I'm not going to trade it whilst I'm still in with finger motion though. Finger motion. We've got 2 minutes left to the resumption. So you see the bids. If I go, you can see the bid on the level 2. You can see the ask on the level 2. And right now I'm at 530. I'm seeing a bid of 540 and an ask of 580. So what the level 1 will tell you is the in between of that, and it's currently saying 550. So what it'll probably gap up to is about 540, which is the bid. So that's what people will start buying it at. So it'll gap up at a good 10 cents here. I've got 20 cents on the trailing stop, and I'm in at 491. So right now I've got, if it just pulled all the way back right from where it is right now, 510 is where my stop is currently. So I've got 20 cents on this with this. So there's another 500, at least a $500 additional on this. So we're over goal on the day. So when I say we're over goal, it's not my annual daily goal. It's starting the month daily goal. If I can get to 5k, that would be brilliant. But I'm not going to get greedy today. So we should get a resumption in just under a minute. We got rejected at 1550 on ATXI again, so that went up. There's a bit of a double top here, so anyone up there, just be careful with the double top. 1550. Double tops are usually bearish, but then again, you've got an inverse cup and handle there, so there's the handle and then the cup, so that might move up. So it needs to fill this wick. It needs to fill this wick. Break 1550. I wouldn't touch that below 1550 at the moment. So finger motion. I'll break 10 seconds to resumption. Well, this is looking nice. Into another halt. What's the halt? 591. Yeah, another halt. I've managed to scale in. Got 5,000 on there now, and we're halted. What's the grey screens on the middle left? You mean these? These grey screens on the middle left? These are my scanners. So these are, I've got two scanners here. The one on far left scanner is the gap scanner for the day, and then the one next to it is the momentum scanner. So that's what that is, Chris. That's what that is, Steve. Steve asked that one. I think we should get to my $5,000 goal today. Maybe even beyond it, which will be great. Good way to start. October is above goal. Right now, $6 resumption. It's probably going to resume flat, I would imagine. What do we get? No, $6. $6 resumption. I'm getting $7 on the on the ask. Nobody's going to pay $7. Now, $6 resumption, I think. So we might get a pullback. So I'm going to have to be quick on the trigger here and take 2,000 off. Yeah, it's halted again, Alistair. Halted again to the upside. So we're at 43. This should be resume at 48. We've got 3 minutes left. What else is moving? DWAC, no. Finger motion is the one at the moment. ATXI, probably the second biggest mover so far. So those are the two we've traded so far today. Well, no, granted, I'll give you that one, Squibby. Somebody might buy it at 7. They might just put an order in there. If it gets to 7, I'll buy it, and then they get filled and it pulls back and they lose the house. But yeah, I'd be very surprised if anyone bought it at 7 at this stage. It's way off. I'm not seeing it 7. It's 610 on the ask and 593 on the bid. So I think we might get a bit of a pullback here. So I'm just gonna. As soon as it resumes, I'm just going to lock in half the gains and let the stock do the rest. Nobody's bought at 15. There's order. I think there might be orders in at 15, but oh, you mean in terms of in the path? Ah, yeah, but that's different. That's the momentum. I mean, from where the position is. See, nobody's going to pay $15 for a $5 stock. If it runs up and becomes a $15 stock, that's different. So 2 minutes left. You buy at $9, El Pernal. Let's call a spade here. You'll buy that at $9, just as it's pulling back to 5. So ATXI, where are we? We've got a while left yet. So ATXI is looking good. Just trying inverse head and shoulders possibly. That's what I would be looking at there. So 1550 definitely worth looking at. But I'm just gonna do finger motion while I'm in it right now. But watch that if you're on YouTube. You can watch that on the smaller screen. If you're on your TikTok, sorry, you can't. But yeah, that's on the second to right bottom screen, bottom chart. You can watch that. Now this should resume in about 30 seconds. And if it does, I'm just going to take 2,500 off, and then, because I think it might pull back. Yeah, it's probably going to start flat or pull back, I would imagine. 592 on the bid right now, so I'm just going to sell 2,500 shares on resumption and see what happens with the trailing stop. Yeah, so 6,000 up. I'm ahead of goal. That's my daily goal done. I'm done. Alistair, there's always another start. There's always another trading day. There's always another, whatever it is. So I expected that to pull back. It did make a move up, but I was expecting it to pull back just based on what I was looking at from the resumption. But it could continue upwards. ATXI is continuing upwards. But do you know what? I'm happy with my 6K now. 6,125. I'll just see if this there's a continuation here. The volatility, the volume's starting to die off on ATXI. Getting lower volume here, so right now 1550 is coiling under 1550, so we're getting a bit of an ascending wedge flat top. 1550 could be a bit of a breakout level. I beg to differ, Captain. It might be for you, but any green day is a good day, quite frankly. Oh, 6,000 likes. You after another ticket? Yeah. You want another one here? Here you go, baby. But stand up for it. You can't have it lying down. Here you go. Oh, this, I could eat that myself. The way it smells. It smells like roast dinner. There you go. Good girl, my little bear. Right, I'm just, yeah, finger motion pulling back a little bit, but ATXI is testing that 1550 level. High of day at the moment is 1551. Got rejected at that last time. She already is, Alistair. She already is. That's a good day, that, Captain. It's a really good day, but look, learn from your mistakes. It's a good day though. If you're walking away with 350 bucks after what, 10 minutes trading, that's a good day. Any any green day is a good day. If you're green to gold, that's a great day. Over gold, phenomenal day. So don't ever get greedy, which is why I'm kind of thinking I'm just gonna, the first day of October, get green, stay green. I might just lock my montage right now. That was a lovely gap and go on ATXI. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was finger motion was the gap and go, wasn't it? Not quite, not really. Trying to make a move back now. Yeah, we're getting a bit of a sell-off now. Let's have a look at the SPY. How's that working out? Yeah, it's moved up. Looking a bit choppy, actually. It's moved up gradually pre-market, but now it's kind of sold off into the open, bounced, and now we'll see what happens. Well done, Rotter. Rotter the Hut. I don't recognise you off the course. So probably it's probably a different pseudonym. So yeah, PMI data is coming out at the bottom of the top of the hour. Sorry, but we've also got the emergency Fed meeting at 11:30. So I'm conscious. I don't want to outstay my welcome and give back the gains that we've already made. Let's face it. Still waiting for $7 on finger motion. Right, yeah, okay. Good man. Stop your gas. Pretty much got out. I did actually. So I got out on both halves of that move at the same price. Yeah. Didn't lose anything. Bought in here, got out exactly the same there. So that was effectively the add and exit. Right, what else is moving? Aside from ATXI and finger motion. Blue Apron sold off. Clean. Who was talking about, I think it was Kareem was talking about Clean earlier. Look at Clean. This is Clean Inc. So ticker CLNN. It's at 210s. No, I'm not feeling it. It's up there 16% it says, but I'm not feeling that. Let's see what else the market gives us. ATXI really is coiling under that $half level. Cheers, Bob. Thanks for that. Yeah, well, Roster the Hut, money well spent on that training course, absolutely. Pretty talky. What part's pixelated? I'll tell you what. It's probably the camera. I'll give the camera a quick wipe. Better. 8,000 likes. Well, we're getting a lot of likes these days, which is good. So yeah. ATXI is coiling under that 1550 level, which is what I'm looking for a new highs. If it breaks 1550, I might have another go, but otherwise I'm probably done for the day now. My daily goal is 5,000 with 6,000 up, 6,100 up. This one's going to want to walk in about half an hour. Hang on a minute. I can't really trade that on the volume, but I'll take a look at it. So this is Ra Medical Systems. I've traded it many times before by the looks of it. Let's get rid of all these lines from previous times I've traded it. Nah, there's no trade there. Interesting to see why it's moved up like that though. Let's have a look at the catalyst, shall we? Ra Medical. I think it's just a bounce, really. No, not seeing any news catalyst on this for why it just popped up this morning. Shareholder investigation, is that it? No. Opposite. Merger. Okay, that's why. Let's have a look at it. Are we? It's pulling back now. I think we're done. I think we're definitely done for the day. Anything else moving? And do you want to see anything else, guys? Is there anything that you want me to take a look at? Cheers, Matt. Welcome back. You missed the feeding time. Well, Eddie, you know where to come. Happy to ADTX. Let's have a quick look at ADTX. I think I was looking at this earlier. So this is ADTX. Ah, nice. Moving up well. Reasonably good volume too. Up at 380, testing 390. $4 whole dollar level is the next resistance level. $393. Well, you're in profit now, El Puno. It's coming back for you. This was up at last month. It went up to $27. Did this? I think we traded it at the time. So it does have form for being a runner when it has a catalyst. Let's have a quick look at if there is a catalyst. It needs to break $4 before I can contemplate trading it, I think. ADTX Inc. has fallen 4% Monday pre-market trading. No, it's not. It's actually up 15%. So that's old news. So this is one of the top Reddit short squeeze mentions. It's short squeeze mentions. What's the short? Yeah, there you go. 62% shorted. So 62% short interest on this one. So that's potentially why this is moving up as a Reddit short squeeze candidate. Here we go. Looking for a bull flag breakout here on ADTX. Let's just zoom in slightly. Right now, volume's a bit lower on that one, but there we go. We break $4. Well, that's why you look for the higher time frames. We got the fake out there, fake breakout, fake out on the 1 minute, but it didn't break out on the 2 or the 5. So we didn't get new candles on the 2 or the 5. So that's why you're always cautious on. If it's just the 1 minute, you're seeing the breakout. There's a possibility of a fake out. I think everybody that's holding AMC or Puno is down on AMC. The whole 8 movement is down on AMC. So this is pulling back. Probably not something I'm looking at trading right now. That flag's broken because it broke new lows. So QTech, very low volume. Can't trade that one. Volume's too low. Getting a nice little W formation on. Let's have a quick look at this. So live wire group, if you see this, nice W formation here. So if this breaks 875, it could be worth a trade up to probably 950. Well, let's look at the resistance level here. So I would say 925. You could probably get 50 cents on that. If this breaks 975, you could probably get 50 cents on that. So 975, at least 50 cents. But then again, if you look at the depth of the, you're probably looking at 75 cents. So you probably want $1.50 up to $10. Yeah, you could do that. That's a possibility. I personally would say first take profit at 925 at this resistance level here, and then look for the $10 level. If you're going to take this, it needs to break 875 first. Breaks 875. That would be how I would trade that. It's not a stock pick. It's not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't sue me. Just saying what the pattern is, and with double bottoms and inverse head and shoulders and things like that, they have their own natural built-in measuring stick in terms of where you should be putting your stop loss and where you should be putting your take profit and what you should be looking for as a goal. So that's how I would trade that one. I've been looking at, 925 to take half my position off, and then look for the ride up and get at least $1 out of it. Just me saying, my own opinion. But do you know what? I'm done for the day. $6,000 done. Opening 10 minutes, and I'll take this one for a walk. I've got to go and get some bits and pieces, I think. I'm back at the vet tomorrow. I've probably met them. Trading beginner. Yeah, no. So I'm back at the vets with the dog tomorrow as kind of a follow up. So we'll see what they say, and hopefully we're not having any further issues with her. So she's finding herself. That's the whole point there, Jack. I've now got a cushion on October, so I've got a cushion on the week. So I can be a little bit more aggressive tomorrow. I've got a cushion on October. I can be a little bit more aggressive as we go. The whole point is that if we can get ahead of goal, have a good session. So we'll be starting tomorrow. 38,000. 39,000 equity tomorrow. So we've already made good inroads, and because of the way you get the leverage as well, Apple breaking a highs. Oh my goodness, look at this. Check this out, guys. We're having a really good day on the wider markets. This is a double bottom formation there, the W. And the double bottom doesn't have to reach the same thing. It just has to make this W shape. And this is the S&P 500 on the 1 minute, okay? Look at it on the 15 minute. Just a bit of a down and straight up. So we're still getting good momentum upwards. 5 minute, looking at double bottom formation there. But yeah, the wider markets, the Nasdaq, exactly the same pattern on its move up. The Dow Jones, that's even doing better. The Russell Index, wow, that had a big sell off at the open and then just came good, and that's really motoring now. That's nearly 2% up on the day. But as a result of that, looking at SPY, you can look at some of the bigger cap stocks, you know, the Microsoft, the Apples. Apple, let's have a look at Apple. So Apple's up at 140 now, as you can see there. So that's if you're holding Apple long term. Microsoft, not as volatile a move up, but it is up on the day. This is 1.6 up on the day. Let's have a look at Tesla, because Tesla was suffering. Has the market helped it? Not really. So it had the sell off at the open. It's trying to make a move up, but those delivery numbers, you know, vehicle delays, probably not helping Tesla at the moment. What about other? Is there any other stocks that you want me to take a quick look at, guys? Visa. So that's $43. It's moving up strong as well. So this is Viasat. Not the greatest of volume, I have to say. But what's the relative volume like? So yeah, it's a little bit low on the relative volume at the moment, Viasat. So I would probably be careful if you're thinking of trading that. But it's moved up and it's strong, looking strong. Is there a reason why? So if you're not getting the good volume, are you getting a catalyst that's making it move? That's another thing. One or the other is essential. Ideally, you want volume and volatility with a good catalyst. Oh, so Global Star is moving as well in sympathy with Viasat. So this is Viasat. GSAT is moving up as well. I'll take a look at GSAT in a minute. Moving up in sympathy. So this has had a couple of circuit breaker halts already. A reason that Viasat shares are trading higher is that the company announced it's entered into a definitive agreement to sell its Link 16 tactical data links business to L3 Harris Technologies for $1.96 billion. So that's why that's moving up. So let's have a look at GSAT in sympathy. I think that's a lower price stock, and it's start moving at 165. Not got the volatility, so perhaps that's just a bit of a reach from the guys over at Benzinga. But VSAT definitely moving up, and it's got a reasonable catalyst as well. Jack Jr. I don't give stock picks or tips. I just report on what the market's doing and trade as I see fit. So this looks like it's moving up well. Want a bit of see a continued volume with it. Probably get 45 on this one though if it continues. Okay. It's moved up from just over $30, so it's up right now 45% on the day. So it's a good $15 move. Well, almost $15. $14 at the moment. I think it probably will reach 15. But good spot, Squibby. It's always good to have you in the stream. Yeah, I'm going to take you in a minute. So, yeah, I'm going to lock my montage for now. I'll come back later. Montage is locked. I'm not trading anymore until after I've walked the dog. If you want to learn how to trade, then check out the link tree, or hang on a minute, the descriptions in the description on YouTube. Let's go do that little piece right now, shall we? Where's my scene? Okay, so this is the link tree. So these links, if you're in on TikTok, just click my profile, have a swipe left, or click my face, just bash my face in with your finger, and it'll bring you to my profile. There's a link in there. It says link tree, the TikTok trailer. linktr.ee/TikTok trader, because that's who I am. I'm the TikTok trader. Okay. So that'll bring you to this link tree. Now, all these links, you can find them in the description if you're watching on YouTube, or Share Vision, or one of the other platforms. But if you're on TikTok, these are all in the link tree. If you want to reach out to me directly, you can get my socials here: Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to me directly, whatever. Go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell if you want to get the regular updates, the trade recaps in the evening, and anytime I'm going live, just hit the notification bell. If you want to email me directly, hit the envelope button. Now, I was talking earlier about the World Series of Day Trading. So the first link on here is the World Series of Day Trading. It takes place this month from the 18th to the 25th. It's free to enter. So if you want to check this out, go through, check this link, click through on this link. The advantage for clicking through on this link is it's free to enter, and I get to track the Day Trade with Tony community and how they're performing as a community. It's great. All you do is fill in your name, email, and your phone number, and your country of origin, and they'll come back to you and speak to you about whether you're eligible or not. There's over $50,000 worth of prizes up for grabs. The rules are that it takes place over 7 trading days. You must trade at least 4 actively. If you don't trade 4, then your results will be null and void, regardless as if you made $10 million in the first day or not. Your results will be null and void. You have to show a level of consistency and trade at least 4 days. You'll be given a just shy of $250,000, $240,000 paper trading account on live data for the duration of the competition. Now, that will be provided to you the day before, which will be this Monday the 17th, and you'll be given a day to configure it, get used to it, practice on it. Those of you in the Day Trade with Tony community, we will do a day on the Monday, and we'll cover this off in terms of configuration and setups, hotkeys, hot buttons, all of that kind of stuff on the Monday before we get involved on the Tuesday for the day trading. Rules, very straightforward and simple. The person that makes the most money over the course of the 7 days is the winner, and the scale is 100 places, prize places up for grabs. The only other rule on that is it's trading equities. There's no holding overnight, no swinging. There's you have to close your positions will be closed automatically if you don't close them yourself at the end of the day. So it's intraday trading, it's day trading, hence it's World Series of Day Trading, not swing trading. So there's no open positions after close of business. Market hours only, so 9:30 till 4 p.m. market hours, and there is a max drawdown of $10,000. What that essentially means is you start with $240,000 buying power. If you lose $10,000, if your account balance reaches $230,000 at any time, then you're eliminated from the competition. And it's that simple. Go check it out. Fill in the application if you haven't already. It'd be great to see you competing against myself. You know, people keep telling me I'm one of the best traders, like certainly on the TikTok platform or on the YouTube platform. I don't know about that. Top 3 maybe. Let's see, and we'll find out on the World Series of day trading. Go back to the links if you want to learn how to trade. If you're not sure about it and you want to learn how to trade, I teach people. You know, this is learn to trade with Tony, day trade with Tony here, and you've got the full syllabus. You can click this link. It's the second link in the description, or second link on the link tree. If you want to check it out, if you're on YouTube right now, the first lesson you can watch that for free, just as an appetizer, a bit like selling drugs. You know, first hit's always free. So check this out, and if you like what you see, you know, come join the community. You get access to the Day Trade with Tony. It's a private Discord that we're all involved, all the community's involved with. And we're calling out patterns as we see them forming. We're calling out stocks as they're moving, and news as it's breaking in the Discord. It's $119 plus tax, so it's different. It might be a slightly different price wherever you are. $144 if you're in Ireland. Might be a little bit less. It's US dollars, that is. It might be a little bit less if you're in the UK or on the continent of Europe somewhere, depending on what your tax things are. Why learn from me? Because I'm consistently profitable. How do you know? Well, I've got my profitability on this same page. Scroll down to the bottom. You've got my trader view statistics. You've got my broker reports. You've got 6 months of trader view statistics and broker reports that show that I am consistently profitable. What are trader view statistics? Well, trader view, if you go back to the links, you've got trader view here. So you've got this little magnifying glass with the lightning bolt, the Harry Potter bolt, and that'll bring you through to trader view. So this is trader view right now. This is obviously first day of October. I've got no statistics for October yet, but this is my statistics for 2022. I'm targeting myself on a 7-figure net goal for the year, and I'm on track for that. As of Friday, I was 750,000 net. So that means after charges, commissions, and transaction charges, etc. We're currently 933,000 gross on the year. My average daily gain is 5,200. Today we've done 6,100. So we're ahead of the goal, which is $5,000, and we're ahead of the average. So we're bringing that average up again. In terms of go back to the months of the year, September wasn't a great month. I did take 2 weeks off at the beginning of September, so I can't complain too much, but it's effectively my 3rd worst month of the year, maybe categorically the worst month of the year. I actually lost money in May after the transaction fees and things, but just slightly better than April. After coming off 3 absolutely phenomenal months, it was a little bit disappointing to only finish on 55, but it was over the revised goal. I set a goal of 70k at the start of September, but then it quite quickly became apparent that's going to be a bit too ambitious, so I revised it to 50 and we overachieved. We got 10% over that 50,000 revised goal. In terms of win-loss expectation, why you want to learn from me, across the course of the year, my trade selection accuracy, winners versus losers, it's about 2 to 1, which is really good accuracy. So for every losing trade, I make 2 winning trades. Likewise, in terms of the gains that I make, it's approximately 2 to 1 as well. So for every $2 that I make in profit, I lose $1 in losses. So you can see here, you look at my equity curve across the year, it is a bit kind of volatile. You can see that we've had some significant drawdowns at times, but that's because of the way I trade. I'm an aggressive trader. My style of trading is quite aggressive, but we're well on track for that 7-figure goal by the end of the year, which is what we are. Somebody asked me what the grey areas, what the grey boxes were on YouTube, and it was the Benzinga. So how do I find stocks? How did I know that VSAT was moving, for example? How did I know that Finger Motion was moving earlier, that we got 3,500 out of? How did I know ATX? It's Benzinga. So check this out. The third link down, Benzinga. It can be considered quite expensive. The subscription to Benzinga, the longer you subscribe into, the cheaper it is. but don't pay full price, please. Just check Benzinga out. You go click on the Benzinga link. It'll bring you to Benzinga Pro. You can start your trial for free. 14 days for free. If you like it, great. If you don't, you've not lost anything. Okay, but check it out for free. And if you do like it, come back to me and you can get 35% off whichever subscription you go for. Subscribe to a longer term, you will get 35% off whatever the longer term is. If you go for just a monthly subscription, you get 35% off that. I swear by Benzinga, it's what I use every single day to find stocks to trade. People asking me about, you know, what platform is it that I'm trading on? It's Dash Trader Pro. I know if you're watching on YouTube, it says Traders Elite, but that's just an OEM version from Capital Markets of Dash Trader Pro. It's the latest version of Dash Trader Pro. So that's me done for the day. We're 6,000 up on the day. Let's see where we are. And go back to the stream. So we're 6,000 up on the day, and I've locked my montage. I'm going to take the dog for a walk. It seems like a reasonably nice day. It's a bit chilly, and I will be back at it tomorrow, 90 minutes before the market opens. I'll be back at it like 8 a.m. market time. So I'm streaming my trades live 90 minutes before the market opens. I'm able to trade 2 hours before the market opens, from 7:30 market time. But if you want to join me from 8 a.m. market time, so that's 1 p.m. here in Ireland, it's 1 p.m. in the UK as well. Join me then tomorrow. I may come back for Power Hour later if I get the bug, but right now I'm not feeling it, so it's probably unlikely at this stage. But if I do come back to Power Hour, make sure you're subscribed on YouTube and hit the notification bell, and you'll get the notification if I do decide to do a Power Hour stream. Power Hour is the final hour of the regular market, and the reason it's called Power Hour is it tends to be the second most volatile portion of the day after the opening hour of the market. So yeah, I will be doing a trade recap video, so if you didn't stick around, you didn't see the trades today, I'll be doing a trade recap video that'll be posted on YouTube this evening as well. So I'll say subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you'll get notified when I post that as well. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And I'm not missing the pump on ATXI. It's just broke the VWAP. It didn't break the 50. ATXI for me needs to break 1550 now. I'm not missing it, so I'm watching it I'm still watching it on the other screen that you don't see it unless you're watching it on. There's a double bottom formation there, so 1550 for me is a good. It's the top of the middle of that. So 1550 breaks 1550. This could go on and go $16-17 today, hopefully, and I'm just waiting for that. But that's a nice move up on the 5 minute. It's a nice move up. This pump here, so $15 could be an interesting entry, but I'm locked in anyway. I've locked in my gains for the day, and I'm happy with 6k on what 5-10 minutes work. I can't grumble with that. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I'm going to end the stream now, and I will see you tomorrow at the usual place and the usual time. Catch you later, guys. Thanks for coming.